I want to talk about something that has come up for me as I've been doing some deeper self development and healing work. And something that I have been conscious of for a long time is the concept of masculine and feminine energy. Now, within the Muslim sphere, I know that this is a topic that people tend to shy away from. They're like, oh my goodness, this is like all mystical and yada, yada, yada. And so we kind of made it a weird taboo topic for some reason. I don't know why. We made it a taboo topic. Just don't go there. It's weird. It's not in our faith specifically. So don't delve. Now, delving, as I've been delving and doing my work and digging and unearthing over the last how many years, I've lost count, something that I've noticed in myself is how much I have been in my own masculine energy. So the thing about masculine and feminine energy is that everyone has both. So men don't just have masculine energy and females don't just have um, feminine energy. We all have both, the duality of both. Now, some of us have the dominance of one energy over more than the other. And apologies for that buzzing sound. A helicopter is flying above my house. Yeah, so we all have them to different degrees and differing degrees, but they always show up in our lives in the way we show up in the world. And something that I've noticed for myself is that I have definitely been more in my masculine, have a dominance of my masculine energy more than my feminine. And that comes a lot down to environment. And I think as I've been observing my women folk from Nigeria, and specifically the Yoruba women, I'm a Yoruba woman, the Yoruba women and the Hausa women from the north, I can see a distinctive difference in the dominance of one of the energies over the other. So we Yoruba women are predominantly more in our masculine energy from the women that I've observed from my own self, from my mother and family members, and just my observation of Yoruba women. Whereas Hausa women are very much more in their feminine energy. Now, I must say that feminine energy does not mean adorning yourself. Okay. Feminine energy is not just about looking feminine or speaking in a certain way or, like doing certain things that are classically attributed to women who are docile and women who are feminine, quote unquote, right? So I do want to kind of put that disclaimer out there, because I know that some of you might be listening and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see feminine is just, wearing the perfume, wearing the earrings, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, wearing certain outfits, wearing certain dresses. No, it's actually deeper than that. So I'm going to explain, right? So I'm going to talk about myself. So being in my masculine energy more so than from my feminine, again, coming from my background, because my mom is very masculine energy and my father raised me to be in the masculine energy, with languaging like, get your own house, get your own car, get your own stuff. Men are useless. Don't trust a man. Don't rely on a man. Like, all have your ish, And so that messaging was very much delivered to we the females in our household, and so definitely predominantly masculine, in that we are very much giving. We are about like leveling up. We are about showing up. We are about providing mainly for ourselves. We are we can be really active and problem solving and having assertiveness and having strength and really logical and clear cut and disciplined and things like that. Now, this is all well and good. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with masculine energy. There's nothing wrong with feminine energy. There's nothing wrong with having a dominance of one more than the other. it's a case of us checking our lives though, and if it's working for us. And I know that for me, being so much in the masculine energy is hella draining. Hella draining. And because it's because it's so much about giving, it's so much about showing up, it's so much about doing. Whereas the feminine energy, on the other hand, is not about that. The feminine energy is really about receiving, it's about accepting, it's about flow. Hey, my lovely, I just wanted to have a very quick pit stop to tell you all about the awesomeness that is the Homecoming Collective. The Homecoming Collective is a beautiful blend of sisterhood where you get to feel seen, feel heard, and feel valued as you make your journey home to yourself. It's where we have incredible masterclasses, growth tasks, and live sessions with me and the team to support you to becoming that version of yourself, getting to that next level of yourself that you deeply desire and you deeply deserve. Now, all you've got to do, my lovely, it's so super simple. Go to layinkasani.com/homecoming and join the sisterhood and finally say yes to the version of you that you want to be. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Now, let's get back to this episode. The feminine energy is really about receiving, it's about accepting, it's about flow. It's about holding space. It's about being able to allow love and all things to come into your life. It's about, being able to focus on the bigger picture and creating a safe container for the masculine energy to create and have direction. It's about creativity and expression. It's about allowing the big feelings, and creativity is a huge part of that expression of our feelings and of our feminine energy. It's about flow. It's about being delicate and tender and gentle and soft and really disarming the ego. It's about being receptive and being able to be compassionate and empathetic. It's about having balance and feeling and radiance. Now, as you're listening to that, right, you are definitely going to be able to identify which of those that you have a greater leaning towards. Again, none is good, none is bad, none is right, none is wrong. It's just about looking at your life and whether that dominant energy is working for you and if it's what you want. So I know for me, that masculine energy, again, like I said, was hella draining, hella tiring. And I just knew that I wanted more flow in my life. I wanted more receiving in my life. I wanted more tenderness, more slowing down, more flow, more gentleness, more creative expression in my life. And I have for sure been on a quest to relinquish a lot of my masculine energy and to bring forth and to harness, to create more of my feminine, to tap into my feminine, and from a healthy place rather than a wounded place. Because we can easily say, I'm going to tap into one of these energies, but from a wounded place. And a wounded place for any one of these energies is not the place that we want to be. So knowing that, I want to become more, I want to harness my feminine energy within myself, not for the benefit of anyone else, not for the benefit of the people around me and the people I have in my life, but for myself, because it feels good, because it feels like this is the season of my life where, after hustling so hard and pushing so hard and grinding so hard and giving so much and being the pillar for so many people professionally and privately and personally, I knew it was time that I needed to take a step back for me, because I was not losing so much of myself. I just wasn't giving myself. I was giving myself to everyone else but me. And this realization has been huge, because it's allowed me to make the necessary shifts in my life to cultivate, to nurture, express more of my feminine energy and my femininity. And again, when I say femininity, I'm not talking about dressing up. I'm not talking about makeup. I'm not talking about all of these superficial, not necessarily bad, not bad, right? But they are superficial expression of the feminine. Because, and I say that because let's say I can dress up and, I'm dressed up and I can look good and smell good and blah, blah, blah. Someone gives me a compliment and I push that aside. That's wounded feminine there, because the healthy feminine is able to take compliments and she's able to receive that. You see? So it's not about just the outward expression of these energies, but it's about that inward expression. And yes, men do have feminine energy too, yo. So let's not dismiss that fact. Men do. And I think a lot of men who believe that they're very much in their masculine energy are men who are in wounded masculine. So, and hyper masculinity, because of social dictates being that if you're a man, you're not in touch with your emotions. You need to be strong. You need to you can't be emotional. You've got to be logical. And so men who are in touch actually with their feminine energy side, who don't want to look like wilting flowers, that just came to mind, who don't want to look like wilting flowers, will go to the extremes of masculinity and go into hyper masculinity, which can be really damaging and can be on the cusp sometimes on the cusp of narcissism, which just looks like a lot of control, a lot of manipulation, a lot of self-centeredness, and that ain't cool. That are not cool. That one, not cool. So I think it's about I know it's about having greater harmony within ourselves. I know it's about knowing ourselves and actually seeing what is going on for me. How am I currently showing up? How is this impacting my life and the people around me? Is this getting the results that I want? Does this feel good? Like, does any part of me feel any kind of way about this? And having that level of introspection. And I'm curious to know for you, which one of those energies, especially for my female listeners, which one of those energies actually you can see manifesting most in your life? Which ones do you need to kind of harness more? So it's not about, for females, like it's not about just having feminine energy and no masculine. We need to get stuff done still. We still need the logical, the logic, the discipline, that zest, that zeal, that direction, that strength, that assertiveness in our lives, because we don't want to be wilting flowers either. Right. And for the men to check in, do you have hyper masculinity? Are you hyper in your, are you in a wounded masculine space? Could you harness and bring more gentleness into your life, more tenderness into your life, more sensitivity into your life, more feeling, more flow into your life, so that you have a greater harmony in you, not balance, because it's never going to be equal, but a harmony, the yin yang. And that is very, very specific language, because in the Eastern culture, yin yang is just a representation of the feminine and energy, masculine energy. If you didn't know, now you do. Okay, I'm going to wrap up today's episode because I said a lot, and I hope that this gave you something to reflect on, because it's definitely given me more clarity in seeing myself at a deeper level as I'm speaking about it, and also to be able to still identify those areas that I definitely want to cultivate at a deeper level.